Hello everybody, my name is Spezzy, welcome back to another video. This is my second attempt recording this because the first time I tried to record it, I had no desktop audio, and I got a Discord call in the middle of it, and then I realized I had no desktop audio, so now I'm having to record this again, so sorry I have watched this run already. Anyways, yeah, I hit Diamond Elo on MCSR Ranked, kind of a big deal. I probably should have mentioned that before I mentioned the fact that I'm having to re-record this, but you know, it's fine. Yeah, I am super happy. I don't think I could be more happy, to be honest. This is pretty cool. You know, I started playing MCSR Ranked, I started playing Minecraft speedrunning, about nearly 2 years ago, and I didn't have any experience in Minecraft speedrunning. I'd watched a bit, I didn't really know anything, and I've gone from that to being diamond rated on the MCSR Ranked ladder, so I mean, if that doesn't show that anyone can't make it, then I don't know what does. But obviously, I do have previous experience of Mario Odyssey, but so I do know how to get good. But even still, it's taken a long time to get to this point, so I'm very happy. It's actually taken me to get to top 100 sort of ranking. It's taken me the same time it took in Mario Odyssey, which is interesting. So I suppose I can't really settle what game is easier to learn because I've kind of gotten to the same point in the same amount of time. But it's fine. But yeah, I'm very happy. This game was played against someone that rated about 60 and 50 elo, so again, I wasn't really expecting to win. And I'd been in this situation a few times where I needed one win to get diamond, but especially in the last couple weeks, I've been hitting a lot of peaks. I think on the day I got this, I had 3 chances, and you know, third time lucky, but this is the run that did it, and I was actually very high rated into 14. I think I was 1494 or 1493. So, you know, me winning this game that gave me loads of elo. So I've actually got a little bit of wiggle room right now. If I lost the game, there's a chance I stay diamond, which is interesting. But yeah, I'm super happy. I'm 2 wins away from top 100. But you know, what can you do? And that does mean, for those of you who understand how the rank system works, if I'm in the top 100 at the end of the next phase, which it ends in 2 weeks, I will earn some phase points, and phase points are used to qualify for the rank qualifiers, and that's huge, because that's been my goal. I've been watching MCSR Ranked, the playoffs since season 1. I watched season 1 on YouTube, and I watched every single other ones I've been watching on Twitch. I've basically watched every single match that's happened in the MCSR Ranked qualifiers. I'm just in the playoffs. I'm just a massive fan of it. I love watching it. So to have a chance to even be involved with it is just would be so sick. So that has been the goal. And just recently, I've really tried to work on certain micro things and I think it's really paid off. And you know, this run happened this morning. And I haven't played MCSR Ranked since, but what I have been doing is that now I'm going to go on a little bit of a learning arc. So for those of you who remember, after I got 1400 elo, I learnt thin macro for eye measurements, which have made my eye measurements much more consistent. I basically hit stronghold every time now, which is brilliant. And what I'm doing now is I'm learning some Bastion stuff. So I learnt Donkey Kong today. That was cool. The Donkey Kong route in Bridge. And I've also learned TikTok Buried Treasure / Stronghold. Although I haven't practiced it for Buried Treasure yet, but I've practiced it for Stronghold, and it's really fun. So I wasn't expecting to be fun. It's actually more fun than doing 30 FOV stuff. I just have to click a button, and I'm just in. It's really cool. So that's super exciting. So again, that's gonna make it so I'm just a little bit faster. So that's gonna sort of raise the the heights, sort of raise my limits, if you will. So that's cool. And I've got more things to learn. I'm gonna definitely, there's a server for runner improvement stuff that I'm gonna definitely be scavenging through a lot. So hopefully I can learn some things from that. And also I can definitely do a lot of audio viewing still. So that's one thing I can do, and hopefully I can sort of start to understand where I'm losing time in certain sections, because obviously my average is 5 minutes behind some runners, so my average is 5 minutes slower than Dougal. So it's where am I losing 5 minutes? You know what I mean? So it's how can I find that time? So it's that's gonna be really important. like, you know, as I'm trying to improve and hopefully I can go for 1600. I plan on making a video for this, like every sort of 100 elo threshold I hit. I think that'd be cool. But I don't know how many more I'll hit, because obviously the standards are going to go up in the future. Like, am I even going to be able to get out of, like, you know, my peak? Maybe I'll hit like 1700 one day at peak. Like, am I even going to be able to get above that? Like, even if I play loads? Like, I don't even know. It's going to be really difficult. But I'm up for the challenge. Again, I still have more to learn, so I know where I can save time. Like, there are obvious things I can learn. So it's like, it's, you know, it's like doable. I can definitely, this isn't the end, but it's gonna start getting really difficult, because, you know, it only took me about a month to go from 1300 to 1400, and it took me 3 months to go from 1400 to 1500. So how long is getting to 1600 going to take? You know, is that going to take, you know, it tripled in length? Is that going to take 9 months? Like, I don't know, but I hope not. I really hope not. But, you know, like, even then, like, maybe it will take that long. I don't know, but yeah, the point is that I don't know. This game is very difficult, but I'm really enjoying all of the learning stuff. Learning new stuff is just really satisfying. It can be difficult for someone who has, like, not very good motivation, but it is very rewarding. In this game specifically, because it, you know, it makes an instant impact, useful in, like, so many things. So it's kind of huge. I will quickly, whilst I have nothing on the mind to say, I will apologize for the bit rate in this video, by the way. This is streamed on an old Twitch account. I wasn't recording this run, so I've had to download the VOD. So the bitrate isn't very great, so I do apologize for that. It is 1080p, but the bitrate isn't very good, so apologies. But yeah, in terms of this run, I suppose I can show you that. They're in the fortress right now. They're quite a bit ahead of me. Overall, I'll be honest, I don't think this run is a very good representation of my skill. I think I played this run pretty badly. A lot of it wasn't my fault, to be fair, but a lot of it was sort of things I could have done better to prevent it from happening. So in the Bastion, you might have noticed that I had to recraft a gold block to anger piglins. If I just threw less gold when I was doing the mid-down route, I wouldn't have had to do that, because they would have been aggroed quicker, because there would have been less gold for them to use. So that's one thing I'm going to, like, mentally note down in the future, and, you know, that'll just be a future time save, so there you go. You learn something every day. But another thing is the overworld. Obviously, I went to the wrong ravine. I had to go to the, it was at the second one I went to, not the first one, so I definitely lost some time there as well. But also, this player is just very good, so they will just save a time on, like, micro stuff. So that is unfortunate, but it's okay. Yeah. Overall, the fortress, I'm just trying to look for the spawners. I don't really see it around any of this terrain, so I'm assuming they're going to be close together, and I can see one on my right and one on my left, so perfect. I'm going to loot the one on the right and then go stay at the one on the left, because this is too far apart to be a double spawner, which is where you can load them both at the same time, so I'm just going to have to commit to the right side, like the spawner on over here. So if you place soul sand at the edge of the block and then run on the end, before version 1.20, you can run on the edge of the block and still have soul speed, which is very cool. Because the edge of blocks actually don't register, like certain things. So you can actually stand at the edge of, like, magma blocks in all the versions, like the one I'm playing on. My opponent just blinded, and makes sense. They were in, like, the fortress way faster than me, and they're just a better player, so it's fine. But I'm playing the seed decently for my standards. I haven't made any big mistakes that were, like, in my control. Just been a lot of unlucky things that I could have probably prevented if I was playing a little bit better, but a bit unfortunate with how much time I lost for those mistakes, I guess you could say. I guess the punishment was a bit bigger than it could have been. I have 4 odds now, so if I kill these two, I'm going to blind. I killed this guy and it doesn't drop, and I killed this guy and I believe he does drop, which is perfect, and now I can probably commit to building a nether portal. So I'm assuming I'm going to do that. I'm going to break the nether brick first, lovely. And loads of blazes spawn, so I'm probably going to get sick from these ones. It's incredibly likely. I killed these two, they don't drop unfortunately, but I drop on this guy and he does drop, which is perfect. And now I have 6 rods, which is enough to leave the nether. My fire res also runs out, so I'm going to leave now, and then I can save my fire res for when I re-enter, because I don't remember at this point how many fire reses I have. Well, I probably do have one spare, so I probably could have just, like, used it, but it's fine. Back in the overworld, we spawn on a tree, which isn't very good because we're going to have to drop down if the eyes don't break, but we don't actually have to do it because the eye does break, I believe. So yeah, unfortunate. Doing the thin macro here, so you can't unfortunately see, but it's okay. I know there are some settings on the application where you can make it so it appears for your screen capture, but on OBS, but I don't use them, so you're gonna have to deal with not being able to see anything on that screen for now. So sorry. Kill that guy and he drops a rod. Perfect. And I know where to go because I'm looking at the bottom right. I see the angle. So I'm going to pearl down to this lower terrain first, and then I'm going to basically do a full 180 and go this way. I recheck the angle. It says 85 degrees, so basically that pearl right there. I land on the terrain. I realize I've actually gone a little bit too far, but that's fine because I'm way closer than I was over there, where I started throwing the pearl. I start speed bridging with salsa sand, and then I realize that I'm not very good at the game. I probably shouldn't be trying that. Luckily, I don't fall in the lava, but it's fine. And then I mess up the nether portal build. But my opponent has entered the end, so I'm just losing. But in chat, you can see Old Betsy and Take Aim, which means they are probably going for a crossbow zero cycle, which means you do a zero cycle, but you also hit them with a crossbow in the middle, so you can double do beds. So I'm basically waiting to see them get through the end. So if we pay attention to the chat, honestly, I'm like half focusing on the game at this point. I'm just looking in the chat to see if they get through the end. But they're still not getting it, which is interesting. So we don't have that many beds, so they haven't killed it yet, and they still haven't killed it. So, okay, so did they fail to kill the dragon? Are they alive? Did they die to the zero cycle? Like, what has just happened to them? I don't know. How have they not killed the dragon? But anyways, I'm gonna enter the end, and given they went for the zero, I'm assuming it's possible to go for. So maybe I can catch up and win this game. Now I'm thinking. So I chucked that pearl, and I think it's going really far. That looks like a good pearl, right? Wrong. It doesn't make it, and I take some full damage, and ouch. I wait too long to throw this pearl, and then I realize, yeah, I'm not going to make this. I don't really have the health, do I? And I don't really have any good blocks, so I'm going to have to, like, build with gravel, and then switch. Like, I might mess up and lose some time. Like, that just seems a bit risky for me. I have no food. So I end up giving it up, but my opponent still hasn't killed the dragon, so I can still win this, I'm thinking, but my assumption is that they're just waiting for a perch. The dragon broke one of their beds. They have like 4 beds, and they're gonna get a perch. So that's what I'm expecting. So I go back here and I set up my little perch, where I wait for the perch, if that makes sense. Like a bird. I don't know. I sort of like make a stand like this. There you go. Look at that. Bang. So I'm thinking that I'm probably gonna lose this game, but it's okay. Because I've played well to get to the end against a really good player. And then they offer a draw. And I'm thinking they must have died. Or are they just offering that because I think there's a perch there, but it's not. Or are they offering that because they don't want a perch race? Now, I'm not going to accept that because ultimately the elo I get for the draw won't be enough to get me to diamond. So it's not worth it. And I'm thinking, okay. And they forfeit. And I spezyruns. Hit Diamond Elo on the MCSR Ranked ladder. Thank you all very much for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe. And every like equals 1 plus Elo to my account. Thank you. Goodbye. Here's my reaction.
Yes! Yes!